already, scored in his second spell back with Dundalk in Europe, and another goal besides, but yet to score his first league goal in his second spell at Oriel Park. Shamrock Rovers kicking left to right in purple and green, their away colours, and the first throw-in of the evening is to them. Ronan Finn, their captain. I mentioned the fact that the last team to win here in domestic competition was Shamrock Rovers. But of course they did get the better of Dundalk 2 in the penalty shootout at the Aviva last November in the cup final. And if Shamrock Rovers were the last local team to win here, it was Dundalk who inflicted the last defeat upon Shamrock Rovers. Their last domestic defeat by Dundalk, 3-2 here on the 23rd of September last season. That was the night that Dundalk won the title, clinched the title. And here are Shamrock Rovers hoping to take it from them. And that wasn't so far away. Aaron Green.
Great chance. I mean, it's a quick throw in. Burke just whips it across the box. Green is there, could have got a nick on it. And there you go. There's just Chris Shields playing out of position, you know, being found out. There's a great ball in. Chris Shields looking at no call behind the scenes. Great chance after a minute. Aaron Green would be disappointed he didn't put that away.
That's Lee Grace with the header. Back again by Dummigan. In the middle of the back four is Liam Scales. One for Odua, but Grace is up there. Forward again then by Flores, but Odua coming in strongly to make the block.
Looks quick.
24-year-old Londoner, 5 substitute appearances before tonight, and the first start in the Dundalk colours. Jack Byrne. Scales. And O'Brien now in the heart of that back three for Shamrock Rovers. Picked up by Jack Byrne and looking for the angled pass. It's a heavy touch by Ronan Finn, and it's Odua chased by Grace. Daniel Kelly. And now Dummigan. There's experience in this Dundalk team, and here's one of the experienced players, Jordan Flores, on for Odua. Joey O'Brien with him. Odua back for Dummigan. And Dummigan to hoist one. Kelly at the back, but headed clear by Farrugia. And it's Scales now. And off to Farrugia. Graham Burke, but Flores dispossessed him. That's Josh Gatt, the American. And the free kick's been awarded. Quickly taken. Andy Boyle and Chris Shields. Gatt will be in there to busy himself, but it's back now with Grace. Scales for Farrugia. Looking inside for Burke, but tidied up, and it's Shields back to the goalkeeper McCary, Aaron McCary, in for Gary Rogers, who's rested tonight. Finn, Byrne, Finn again. And Byrne swept away to Scales. An angle from him towards that right wing, but Dummigan's there to see that it doesn't reach Ronan Finn.
Yeah, again, but Dundalk, you know, it's hard to say they don't look overawed, but they don't, you know. They're knocking the ball around quite comfortably. Bar that early chance, have really had the majority of possession.
It's the young right back, Andrew Quinn, did well against Farrugia there and eventually wins the free kick. 18 years of age, big night for him. What a night to make your debut.
Yeah, but sure, look, they all have to make it at some stage, and at 18, I mean, it's great. I mean, we've seen 15-year-olds this year making their debuts, and it's great for the league, because that's the way we've got to go forward. We've got to bring younger players through as well.
Will patching that was. Shields. And Quinn under pressure from Farrugia. That looks like it could be quite a tussle this evening.
Well, look, I mean, if you're in the Rovers dressing room before the game, you see the team sheet coming in, you're going to say, okay, we need to sort of look at a few players that we need to put under pressure quite early. And you can see with some of the balls that they've across field against the two full backs, they've obviously looked at that area in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Another free kick to Dundalk. Andy Boyle on for Cameron Dummigan. Adua wins it back, and Dummigan's there to steer it back. Throw to Dundalk. Throw in from Quinn.
Get to the ball.
Back with Quinn. Challenged by Burke there. Headed away for Joey O'Brien. Adu was in there to try and win it back. Jack Byrne tussling, and he got the better of it there. Patching tried to dig it out. Patching goes down. Still they go on. It's Flores trying to drive through there and gets his free kick.
In a dangerous position as well. I mean, he's worked well there, Flores, to make the free kick. I mean, it was just bobbling around, was out of nothing, but at the end of it, he worked so hard to just endeavour. I mean, again, Adua has done very well in Byrne. Little miss hit. Still goes back after it. Goes a lovely little turn, gets through, and his Patching is taken down first, and then Flores. Very dangerous position.
Alan Manis has seen these situations before. Vastly experienced goalkeeper. And he'll know where to put the wall. But this is a good opportunity for Dundalk early on. Patching and Flores together with the ball. Flores scored a spectacular goal against Shamrock Rovers at Tala at the start of the season. So who'll it be, Patching or Flores? It's Flores, straight at the wall. And Quinn directs his header to Shields, who helps it on to Andy Boyle. Dummigan. McMillan tried to turn it around the corner. Patching thought about committing and thought better of it. Burke back with O'Brien. And it's McAneff who tidies up. Joey O'Brien. Grace. Delivered long by Manis, but headed away by Shields. Onto it came McAneff, and challenge there with Patching. McAneff come up better, and now it's Farrugia. And the purple shirts roll forward, but Quinn did well there to get the block in.
Excellent.
I think the referee might just have a word. He thinks Will Patching was a little bit too enthusiastic in his challenge at the other end of the pitch. Meanwhile, Shamrock Rovers into the danger zone. And out again for another Rovers throw.
Yeah, Patching was a small bit late, but he was quite entitled to go for the ball. I mean, but you know, there was no damage done. But the scary thing was when Rovers got the break, there was 5 against 3 into the box. And in fairness to Quinn, he did very, very well to block the cross.
Farrugia's throw. Jack Byrne. A little nick there from Jordan Flores, and it's a free kick to Shamrock Rovers.
Again, soft, to be honest with you. I mean, he's hounding him, but like, he's just nicked him on the back of the heel. But that's typical Jack Byrne. You think you have him, and then you don't.
And he's the one standing over the ball. So Jack Byrne with the free kick. Dummigan there with a chance, but shot fizzed in. But Burke just not quite making the connection in the first place that he might have wished. McMillan back helping the defence. Shot going wide. Again,
he was very unlucky. I mean, but you know, there's a sighter again. I mean, he's not picked up in the box. He's turned, does it quickly, and unlucky.
The foul this time is against the Shamrock Rovers player, Aaron McInnes. And that's towards Adua. Didn't quite have enough pace to get to that. Shamrock Rovers throw. Patching, directing it back to McCary in goal. Scales up to win it. Farrugia off to Grace. And then turn to O'Brien. And Scales all the way back. Patching. Dummigan taking no chances, get it away from the Dundalk goal. Odua in there. The referee saw a foot high. And Odua not happy with the decision.
Again, unfortunately, in the modern game, he's seen as the leg up, but seen a few of them go other ways as well. I mean, the head's down then as well, you know, so much of a muchness, but a little unlucky.
So Liam Scales now. Neil. Byrne. Dummigan under pressure from Finn. Helping it on to Burke. And rolled on for Finn once more. Finn with a pullback, and it just wouldn't sit there for Green. And Dundalk have got plenty of bodies both side, but it's Jack Byrne now. And he's taken a tumble, and the referee not interested this time. Now it's Finn again. And McCary with a firm shout and a clean catch.
Yeah, a lot of action coming down this right-hand side from the Rovers with Finn highly influential at the present moment in time. And they're obviously targeting the left full back at the moment. Had a few chances when the one was pulled back. Green had a chance to trigger and he didn't do it. You get a half a chance in the box, you got to try and take it.
Andy Boyle. Worked out for Dummigan, who seemed to be taken by surprise to receive the pass.
They're putting pressure on him, George. You can see Ronan Finn is obviously pushing on as well and on top of him all the time. So they've obviously discussed this before the game, that, you know, not that he's the weakest link or anything like that at the present moment in time, but they see an opportunity there.
This is Gatt. And on for Kelly. Kelly facing Farrugia. He's got the pace, but not the pass on this occasion. Ronan Finn. Jack Byrne. McInnes couldn't quite get the pass from Burke, but he has a chance now. Back for Byrne, and on it goes for Gary O'Neill. Byrne, Burke for Farrugia. Quinn's in there, clever ball by Farrugia. Flores reacted most quickly, and it's a Adua now for Dundalk. Tracked by Finn. Oh. The dying swan got the free kick. It was dramatic.
There you go. 9?
Yeah.
9.
9. It worked anyway for Dundalk. David McMillan putting the pressure on here. McInnes on the ball, and Joey O'Brien. Byrne, Burke, and Scales. And on for Farrugia. Farrugia still. Support from Byrne. Aaron Green slipped on for Finn. Carey pushed it away.
Brilliant save, but again, brilliant build-up play by Rovers. I mean, all the way through the pitch. I mean, it's just so quick, it's so fast, and you know, you see Byrne's influential of it. But they're all running off. It's a lot. Again, I say it again, it's down the right-hand side, but it's a marvellous save by Carey.
Had to be. It's on target. Means the game's first corner is the result. And on the quarter hour, Jack Byrne will take that. So Byrne to swing it in. Carey crowded out really there. Chris Shields trying to prevent the throw in, which he's not able to do.
And Grace is very unlucky not to get a touch there as well. I mean, when the ball came across, so you can see like it's quality all over the pitch. And when Rovers put it together, and when they act so quickly in the 1 and 2 touch ball, I mean, it's scary at sometimes to watch, and it's so fast.
Grace. And Byrne. And now Grace again. And again. Burke on. And now Finn. And Finn with the full back, and McAneff. Ronan Finn once more. Now Graham Burke. And Gary O'Neill for Farrugia. O'Neill and McAneff. Firm challenge there by Dummigan, but still they come, Shamrock Rovers. Incessant pressure. It's now Gary O'Neill and McAneff. And McAneff for Finn, and Dundalk's being stretched by Shamrock Rovers. Now Grace, not a good pass from him, and the opportunity for Flores to come away. Flores for McMillan. Joey O'Brien's there to dispossess him, and Finn's giving it to Odua though, and Odua can stretch the play and take a bit of the pressure off. Daniel Kelly. Dundalk have the possession, and Rovers are in their containment shape. Into the corner for McMillan to chase, and with him is Grace, and McMillan just lost his balance, and that has ended in a goal kick to Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, I mean, Rovers' transition was fantastic. Once they lost the ball, they got back into place. But what Dundalk really need is they need more possession. I mean, they're after getting the corner here, but they need to try and keep the ball a bit longer than what they're doing at the moment, because Rovers are dictating the whole tempo of the game, the pace of the game, and Dundalk are chasing shadows, and they seem to be very deep as well. So, you know, just get a bit of containment from themselves and get into the game.
Well, this is an opportunity. It seemed to be a goal kick to begin with, judging by McMillan's reaction, but it's the corner they've got, the first of the game. Well, the short option seems to be the one they favour. Odua. And Flores. And Flores with a cross, a very deep one. Shields at the back, but the touch is off the Rovers man, Liam Scales. It's a throw into Dundalk. And they wait the arrival of Andrew Quinn. Daniel Kelly. The Rovers have it. Farrugia. O'Neill. Burke. Scales. O'Neill. And Farrugia play their way out of trouble nicely there. Scales. Patching got in the way. Flores. And Kelly. Against O'Neill. And Gary O'Neill winning it back. Now it's Jack Byrne. Oh, well run. No offside. Aaron Green. Finn's in the middle. But that was good defending.
Great defending by Andy Boyle. I mean, he actually made Aaron Green's mind up from him. You can see Aaron Green, he's looking for someone inside. Andy Boyle is keeping his eye on the ball, and then just sees Aaron Green take his mind off, and then defends it away well, and Green is screaming for someone to get in the box, but full credit to Andy Boyle, defended fantastically.
It does mean a corner to Shamrock Rovers. And Jack Byrne stands ready to take it. Burns corner, invitingly in there. Head of Chris Shields. McCary's there. Under pressure from Aaron Green. Simply challenged for the ball.
Well, Forwards Union going to come in here, George. I mean, that's... I'm sorry, that's a shocker. I mean, he hasn't even... Look, he hasn't even jumped there, to be honest with you. I mean, the keeper's dropped that.
And got away with it, Aaron McCary. Boyle. It's Gatt. And Shields goes down under pressure and gets the free kick.
We're getting very soft.
Wasn't like that in Pat Morley's day.
Never saw defenders going down, George, to be honest with you. That's what I didn't see.
This is Gatt. Assistance from Dummigan. Shields. Quinn. Pressure came on from Burke. He had to go backwards. It's back with McCary. And patching now. Shields. Steered back to McCary once more. Quinn. Kelly. And Josh Gatt. And away to Dummigan. And in turn for Oduwa. Oduwa still taking on Grace. And Oduwa just running out of room in the end.
It wasn't even that, George. He had him turned twice. But yet he had to go back for the next and the next Megs, you know what I mean? Great chance to put the ball in the box. And what's a killer from a centre-forward standpoint is, you know he's got past you making you run, and then it doesn't come, so you've got to check back out again. See, he got past him twice, and then he still had to go for the Megs. Just get the ball in the box.
Patching winning it back from Burke. Steered back to Quinn. Shields. And Dummigan. No way through there for Flores. Finn. One for Green to chase. And McCary thought about heading it and then thought the foot was a better option. Farrugia. Burke, and back it goes then to Scales. Farrugia taking on Andrew Quinn. Shields is there to cover his full-back. Shields leading this Dundalk side, which is, you might use the term makeshift about it, but it's certainly not playing like it. But of course, all these changes because of the big match on Thursday against Keith from the Faroe Islands, which is a game, Europa League playoff, live from the Aviva that you can see on RT2 on Thursday night.
They're not overawed, and they shouldn't be. I mean, you know, the talent that's come in, it looks really, really comfortable in the ball, and even, you know, the young lad Quinn has adapted himself really, really well. And even there, when he sort of got under pressure, which he really wasn't, he had a season campaigner coming up to back him up, which is a great pro in Chris Shields.
Scales now on the ball for Shamrock Rovers, and it's gone out off Gary O'Neill. Throw into Dundalk. And I wonder in his pre-match thoughts, was he thinking that it would be like this after 25 minutes? They take nothing for granted, of course.
No, well, they should have been one up after a minute. I mean, it was a great chance for Aaron Green, and really that's been the only chance in the game, to be truthfully fair. And they've probably been the better side, just shaded it. But Dundalk look very comfortable.
Patching back with Boyle. This lad was at the Manchester City Academy. So quality spotted early on. Will Patching.
Yeah, he looks a baller, George. I mean, you can see he's very comfortable on the ball.
Farrugia tracked back well there. Throw in to Dundalk. This is Josh Gatt. Determination from him, and it took a clearance from O'Brien to clear the lines. Patching. And in went Graham Burke, and the referee says your foot was high. Free kick to Dundalk.
Not happy, but there you go. It is high, but again, it's soft and it's in a dangerous area, and you'd be sort of saying to Dundalk, you need to swing this in and get a few people like Boyle and Shields onto it and just cause a few problems.
Sartorially correct. He's ready to take the free kick, Jordan Flores. Invitingly in there. Oh, took an intervention there by Aaron Green to avert the danger.
Yeah, done well deep. He's looking for Boyle in the back post. You can see Green has just got his head and Boyle is there, and he's saying to himself, I just need that to be missed and have a chance.
So off the head of Graham Burke, it means corner to Dundalk. Odua and Flores together again. Odua. And rolled on here for Kelly. Kelly into the danger zone. Nobody there to apply the finishing touch, but it is another corner to Dundalk.
They've caused a few problems with that corner as well. I mean, you know, it looks like they're bringing 4 out to the corner, so it's obviously a set piece from a training ground, and Odua does very well and gets it back in, and then it goes to Kelly, and he puts a great ball in the box, and again, it's just a little nick in the back post, the rest are in.
Flores, as Odua goes to join him again. Well, this time it's the longer option. Shields at the back, goes up. Scales did what was necessary. Shields has managed to keep it in play. But he's lost it to Green. Scales away. Boyle's in there to send it back. This time it's O'Brien. Quinn went up high, and the referee said that was a foul. Daniel Kelly, in fact, had done Quinn a disservice.
Just giving him a little nudge. Just the same, still here.
Well, as we've seen, Dundalk have pace on the flanks, and Kelly on the right and Odua on the left. And they did enjoy a decent little spell of pressure there. Dummigan with the header away. Odua made it awkward for McAneff. And then it's Jack Byrne on, looking for Ronan Finn. Cameron Dummigan gets it clear. It's a throw to Shamrock Rovers. Speculative, I think that's what you call that. It might have worked, but on this occasion for Graham Burke, it didn't.
No, but I mean, you look at the one he had in the very first minute when the ball went across to Aaron Green. So, you know, it's probably worth a try, but 1 out of 100, you might get one of those. But again, it's worth a go. But Dundalk have come back into the game really now, and they've settled even way more than what they were in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game. And look to be threatening a tiny bit now as well.
Throw to come from Ronan Finn. Jack Byrne spinning around Flores. Dispossessed by Patching. Dave McMillan trying to get it away to Kelly, but Joey O'Brien did really well there to just close off that particular option. Gatt here now trying to get it back from Farrugia. Back with Scales. And here's O'Brien again. Still a bit of pace in those legs, and that's for Farrugia, but sadly there was pace but not passing accuracy.
No, he had one out the other, but again, you know, he's done really well there because he saved a certain counter attack with Kelly wide in the right in the first bit, and then, you know, a lovely bit of defending, and obviously he was very unlucky trying to put Farrugia in. But you can just see there is pace still in the old legs, as you say, if you can call him old.
Well, he won't see 30 again.
No.
Which I suppose in footballing terms is, I suppose, approaching the veteran stage. It's Green. Got around patching there. Green still. But Andy Boyle can step out with that and get it away to Quinn. Chris Shields is there, a thump one towards Adua. And he's decided to take Grace on a bit of a run. Adua with Grace in chase. Adua still. Oh! Manus to the rescue as David McMillan came storming through. And that was the pace we were talking about.
Yeah, great piece of play as well there. And Adua's done exceptionally well. And, you know, Macmillan just didn't get enough on it. And McManus, wrong-footed, got back. But I think it was more pace and it was a goal.
Patching. That's picked up by McInnes. The pass patching, and then it's Burke. The 1-2 with Green. And it's Burke still. And Burke. And Dundalk comes storming back, and it's Flores who clears it. But that'll only go as far as Liam Scales. And back to Farrugia. Gary O'Neill and O'Brien. Finn back down for Burke. Holding off Adua. O'Neill. Byrne. Lay off by Green for Burke. Left for Finn. And Ronan Finn with a cross. Oh, it's reached Farrugia. And Patching gets it away, and Farrugia came in high, and the referee has given the free kick against Neil Farrugia, and there'll be a yellow card as well.
Yeah, they're all the sore ones. He's high and he's late, you know, and you're in the arch, just kicking the ball, and you just got to cut down the top of the ankle. But again, that's just come from Farrugia. The back post, there's a great ball, comes into him. You wonder, should he take a touch? I mean, there's the thing again. Look, there's the boot gone in, and he's caught him underneath, and that's sore.
This is Adua in action.
Yeah, look, he's great pace. I mean, spoke to Gary Rogers before the game. He said this lad's bundle of pace. Great ball in the box. Macmillan just tries to get it in the back heel, and Manus is there to save it, as all good goalkeepers do. But there you go. There's the pace. Ball's coming in. Great pace on the ball. Macmillan just try and gets it on his left foot. Any bit more on that at either side, and it's a goal. But, you know, credit to the keeper. He's in the right place at the right time and made an easy save. But this boy, I mean, it seems to be all on this side. You have Adua on one side, and then you've Ronan Finn here as well. So they can see now there's an opportunity with this lad, and I think they need to maybe look at it even a bit more now.
Yep, a quality player. He's played underage international football for both England and Nigeria. As we were saying earlier, a graduate of the Tottenham Academy. Well, Will Patching came through the ranks at Manchester City.
So plenty, you know, I mean, if you're coming through an academy in Spurs, you're going to learn how to play football, and also Manchester City. So, you know, these boys are well able to play, and, you know, they're given an opportunity tonight when, let's say, the lads on the stand there tonight are looking at their phones and worrying about Thursday night, you know. But you can see, you know, I think Richie said it before, this is a professional club, so you're looking at 20, you know, a squad of whatever they have, 30 up here. They all can play.
And they're providing us, both teams, with a high-quality game of football tonight. The champions and the heirs apparent, but nothing between them as yet. Dummigan asking a lot there and answering the question. And that was Gatt who went up and now off in pursuit of Jack Byrne. And Byrne with the angle pass to Finn. Forward by Dummigan, back again by O'Neill. Flores got the touch that got it back, and Patching away to Shields. Shields on for Quinn. And Quinn inviting a run from Kelly. McMillan arrives, but Farrugia was alive to that. It's now Lou Grace. Ronan Finn. Switching wings to Farrugia. back with McInnes, and now Byrne. And Byrne for Burke, and Burke for Finn. And Finn drilled in there, a chance for Byrne, and it's made it. Jack Byrne has broken the deadlock despite the best efforts of Chris Shields. Shamrock Rovers take the lead in the 36th minute.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's a great look. He's had 2 bites of the cherry, but it's come from Ronan Finn. I mean, he spread a great ball to Ferrugia. Then it came back, and we've been speaking about it. The ball has been coming down this right hand side all night for Ronan Finn to attack the left full back. I mean, again, you see it here. Look, he's waiting. Burke is. Finn puts the ball back. He's held back. Jack Byrne misses the first one. Maybe call it a dummy. You can say the keeper was unlucky. You could have got to it and all that. But again, look, it's come the right hand side. Ball knocked back. Byrne mishits it. Then mishits the second one as well, to be fair. He gets a lucky break, and they're 1 up. And the balance of play to deserve to be there, possibly. But you know, you just look at that and you say to yourself, that's the luck that you get when you're in good positions. 2 bites of the cherry, and both not cleanly struck.
But in it went, despite the best efforts of McCary and Shields. Jack Byrne scores for the 6th time this season, which means he's now up there with Graham Burke in scoring terms. Stephen Bradley will be happy with that. But the ominous statistic from Dundalk's viewpoint is that Shamrock Rovers have conceded just 2 goals in their last 4 league and cup games, and in their 12 league games they've had 7 clean sheets.
Yeah, but I mean, look, George, that's why they're top of the table, and that's why they're at this stage realistically going to be league champions. You know, I mean, they've done that, and you know, they've had a few chances early doors today, and even the one that Jack Byrne scored, Ronan Finn has had 3 or 4 chances where he's cut the ball back at the edge of the box, and there hasn't been a Rovers player there. This time there was.
And here's Jack Byrne, the goal scorer, leading the charge. On for Finn. Pressure from Dummigan, and Finn puts it over way wide and over the top.
Same side again though, George. I mean, you know, you can see it now. There's a total pattern to the play that every time they're attacking on this right hand side, and you might sound like a long playing record here, but it's there and it needs to be resolved, and either it needs to come back and help out, and then he just doesn't want to do it. It has to be looked at.
Got it. On for Flores. Flores looking for McMillan. And McMillan, it's on Joey O'Brien. It goes and out of play for a corner to Dundalk.
Good response by Dundalk though.
Now this is their 4th corner of the game. Oduwa took it. Out it's gone. It's another one. That's Flores to take. It's got stuck under the feet, but eventually it's cleared by Graham Burke. Andrew Quinn bring it under control and away to Boyle. Now Dummigan. Dummigan's pass just misses Flores and sails away for a throw-in. In other times it would be at this moment that the flares would be going, and the noise underneath us in the gantry from the Dundalk fans would be deafening as they try to get their team back in it. But with just 100 fans allowed in tonight, the greatest noise is coming from on the pitch.
Exactly, and we probably wouldn't be able to see it at this stage because there'd be smoke inside in the gantry. Yeah.
It's a very atmospheric venue when it's full. McInnes. Finn. And Burke. And the header away is by Boyle, and it's gone out for the corner to Shamrock Rovers.
Idoa is definitely going to have to track more, George, I think. I mean, you know, they are really targeting this right-hand side, and I think he's got to come back an awful lot more than he has been doing. And when he gets back, he's got to work as hard as he's doing going forward and causing problems. just to try and help out Donegan, but also to try and see it to the half so they can discuss it and make sure it doesn't keep going.
So here's Burns' corner. Oh, it's in again. Aaron Green leads the congratulations of Joey O'Brien. And Shamrock Rovers have 2 goals in 5 minutes.
Great corner kick. I mean, the pace in the ball is fantastic. I mean, it's come in from, and like, it's just a pleasure to head that. And it's gone to the back post. It's got a little deflection going in. Yeah, it's just gone in by Macmillan at the end. I think it'll be an OG to him. Yeah, Macmillan's just knocked it in the back post. But again, look, George, the ball is hard to defend. I mean, you know, he's coming in the back post there, Grace, and he's headed the ball down, and just, you know, once it's in that area, it's very, very hard to get it out, and it's just all qualities of the ball.
Yeah, I think Lee Grace might have something to say about the OG, but it's 2 goals in 5 minutes that changed the complexion of this top of the table clash completely. Dundalk beginning the game 15 points adrift of Shamrock Rovers. Now that was a chance for Jordan Flores.
Again, Adoa has done very, very well. He's knocked it back to Flores, who just swung at it, and it's over the top, you know. But you've got to go back to the 2 goals that Rovers have scored, and you know, it's a pressure, and Dundalk haven't defended it. And then you're sitting yourself going, we're in this game, and now we're 2 down and struggling.
Last touch, Donegan, throw into Shamrock Rovers. Byrne, nutmeg there and patching. Now it's with Finn. And Green against Donegan. And the corner is the decision of the assistant referee. A corner led to the second goal. Lee Grace rising unopposed properly at the back post. And here's the corner from Jack Byrne. Penalty.
Had to be.
And a yellow card into the bargain. Well, patching, aware of the danger from the corner from the last time, intervened too much.
Can't have any complaints. I mean, look, you can see he's got a run in him. There's the thing, and there's the push. But I mean, the 3 lads coming up, O'Brien, Scales and Grace, they're discussing walking up the pitch, so they know what they're going to do.
So it's Aaron McAneff from the spot, and it's 3. So 8 crucial minutes at the end of the first half, and the destination of the league title this season may well have been decided.
Great pen, nice and composed, knew where he was going to put it from where he went back, never looked at the keeper, knew his spot, slotted it away. Class pen. And as you say, 8 minutes, 3 goals, game over.
David McMillan waits to restart the game. And Dundalk look back at the first occasion this season that they've conceded 3 goals to Oriel Park. Ronan Finn to tuck it back in again. Aaron Green. And now Graham Burke. And Burke making room, and Burke with a shot, which they've dealt with, but at the expense of a throw.
But now you can see how ruthless Rovers are, George. I mean, they're 3 up, you know, not slacking their heels, straight back at him again, and they just want to put the foot in the throat and put it out of bed, and that's it.
Patching with the header. Quinn. 1 additional minute at the end of this half. Gatt gets his free kick. Josh Gatt, the new American midfielder with Dundalk. Quinn got the better of Aaron Green, but the pass has gone straight to McAneff. Grace. And there's the whistle to end the half. Well, it was all contained for the first half hour or so, but then things changed, and suddenly Stephen Bradley's team have taken command. 3 goals in 8 is going, but no changes on either side, as the word is let's go again. Quinn kept it in play, but it's Farrugia now for Shamrock Rovers. Ronan Finn. It's Grace picking out Gary O'Neill, and on it goes to Jack Byrne, who's fouled by Daniel Kelly.
Again, he started how he's left off in the first half, you know, calling all the shots and dictating the pace of the game.
Here we are, Jack.
Rolled on by O'Neill, and it's now Byrne. Interesting to see Odua in this part of the pitch and winning the ball back. And he's gone down, challenged by Farrugia. Well, Quinn has a look to see who's where. And it's Odua. It appears that he's going to operate on the right side in this second half, the start of it anyway. Flores and Gatt and Dummigan. And it has been a tactical switch. Daniel Kelly has been put up top with David McMillan. And it's Josh Gatt who's on the left now. Well, he came here, Josh Gatt, with a reputation as a winger or a centre forward, so he's now out on the wing. A pacey man, he runs 100 metres in 11 seconds, and there's the ball for him. But it wasn't quite accurate enough.
Yeah, I mean, look, George, maybe they put him out there that he's going to track back and help Dunnigan at the back, you know, because obviously the whole trek came on that side of the pitch. You know, Odua, he has shown what he can do going forward, but obviously you need to look at the defensive responsibilities as well, especially being in a position like that, and especially against opposition like Rovers.
There's Daniel Kelly. And lost out to O'Neill, and now it's Farrugia. Farrugia skipping past Quinn, but Quinn has got the ball back. Dispossessed by Jack Byrne. McAneff. And Finn's got in behind again here. Dummigan tried to challenge him. Finn and Burke and McAneff. And back with O'Neill. And now it's Grace and Finn. And Finn's cross. Quinn got it away from Farrugia. Kelly back on his wing again. But, Scales prevented the challenge. And off it's gone to Lee Grace. O'Neill, Byrne, Scales. And caught McAneff flat-footed. McAneff wanted it played to feet.
Well, early indicators are Rovers are not going to let up here, as we said at half-time as well, and they won't, you know. I mean, they will want to put a marker and a big marker down here tonight just to say, look, we are going to be league champions.
Well, 30 goals for, 7 against before tonight. 33 for, 7 against. Scales. He would have been happy to claim that header had it gone in directly. He hasn't scored for Shamrock Rovers since joining from UCD. He's certainly involved with the assist to McMillan's own goal.
Oh, absolutely.
Finn. Burke. And O'Neill. Byrne. And Scales. McAneff. Ferrugia. McAneff. Aaron Green. Scales. And Ferrugia. And Green. Scales astute enough to keep Kelly at bay. That's away for Grace. And this is so frustrating and tiring for Dundalk as Shamrock Rovers keep the ball and stretch them all over the park. Ronan Finn. And past Gatt. Header away by Andy Boyle. But the pressure is still on. Scales. Byrne. And Grace. McAneff letting it run. Aaron Green. Green off. Burke's shot was blocked by Shields. Back again they come. Gary O'Neill.
Relentless, George, it is. It's just relentless. I mean, it's just, when is the next one coming? You can see they're not going to let up. And as you say, the pressure on Dundalk is immense now at this stage.
Finn. Joey O'Brien. First touch of the second half for Alan Manus. Ferrugia. Scales. Scales again. Ferrugia. O'Neill. And Burke. O'Neill. And McAneff. Byrne. Back to O'Brien. Dundalk simply can't get the ball. Byrne again. Gatt trying to challenge him, successfully challenging him. But once more it's Shamrock Rovers. The header is by Dummigan. Only goes as far as McAneff. Gatt challenges again, and the throw-in is awarded to Dundalk.
We're 7 minutes in, and I don't think Dundalk really have had a kick. And it's like what you see, and what's really impressive about Rovers in the last 5 minutes is that even when they've lost the ball, they've been first every second. And it's been incredible, just the intensity and the pressure that they're putting on Dundalk. And in fairness to Chris Shields, he made a great tackle or a save against Graham Burke, because that was going in top corner as well.
Odua back on that left side again. And he gets a free kick. Not much doubt about it. On they go again. Quinn. Kelly. Throws to Rovers. Nowhere to go. Where do you want me to go? He says that's about the height of it, because Rovers are everywhere.
Yeah, they're just putting serious pressure on them, and you know, George, it's great to watch. I mean, it's not good if you're a Dundalk fan, but from a footballing standpoint, and the pressure they're putting on, and the way they're moving the ball, and there's obviously a Rovers coach below us as well here, because all we're hearing every second minute is move it, move it, move it, keep the ball moving. So it's a ploy, and when you can do it as good as they do it, you have to keep doing it.
Joey O'Brien. Free kick. Green drew the foul. frustration for Jordan Flores. He was the man who gave the free kick away.
Don't think he's too much complaints about it. I think it's probably a good free kick because it kills a bit of the momentum in the game for Shamrock Rovers at the moment.
And a relative breather for Dundalk, but here come Rovers again. Jack Byrne, Liam Scales, Gary O'Neill, Joey O'Brien, and Lee Grace. McAneff, Grace. There always seems to be a way out for Shamrock Rovers. Of course, the sign of the quality of the players involved. Farrugia, beautifully taken. Scales and Farrugia once more. A little rare loose from Joey O'Brien, but he's the one who reacts most swiftly to get over the error. Dummigan against Finn, trying to find McMillan, but Aaron McAneff is back to steer it back to Alan Manus. And the angles are all there, whatever they require, there's always an out. Touched by Shields on Aaron Green.
There is always angles, but it's the technical ability as well, Georgia. The players are all so comfortable on the ball. They're all well aware that when they get into space, they only need one touch. The ball's not bouncing off the ring like that. It's just so comfortable. I'm sure the five-a-sides and the keep balls must be fun. Wouldn't like to be in the middle very often, I can tell you.
Especially not when he's around.
No.
And another shove in the back from a Dundalk player. You'd almost feel that this has become a tactic now to stop Shamrock Rovers, disrupt their momentum.
100%. It's frustration as well. I mean, look, Chris Shields is coming out. He's having a few words. He's obviously very frustrated because for him, you know, he's not used to getting this. I mean, obviously, you can't say it's a weakened team, but you can just see, like Rovers, it's just it's ticky-tacky. It's just all over the place. I mean, it's so quick, so sharp. There's probably the first weak touch of the game. But outside of that, it's been a pleasure to watch.
Well, the big question now is, Dundalk have a throw-in, how long can they keep the possession? How far up the pitch can they get?
Well, look at Rovers, look at the press they're putting on. I mean, look, they're 3 up, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in picture, 6, and it's up the top end of the pitch. So they've pushed 6 men on.
There you are. In comes Burke. Out goes the ball. Another throw-in.
Like, where do you go? Where did Dundalk go?
Well, Shamrock Rovers have it back.
It's relentless.
McAneff. Finn. And back with Grace. And this, don't forget, began with a throw into Dundalk. Aaron Green against Andy Boyle. Rolled for Finn. Out for a corner. And they've taken that quickly. They header away by Boyle. Finally, it's back with McCary.
You'd have to think Dundalk will have to get fresh legs on as well now, George. I mean, they are being, you know, run ragged, and it's all from possession football.
McMillan after this. Farrugia bringing it away. So here comes the double substitution for Dundalk. So first off, it's Andrew Quinn makes way, and in his place John Mountney with more experience. So the debutant makes way, and John Mountney has seen a great deal of success with Dundalk over those title wins. And David McMillan is withdrawn. And Stefan Cholovic, the Serbian winger, comes on in place of David McMillan.
I know Andrew Quinn has gone off, George, but I actually think he hasn't done half bad. I mean, for an 18-year-old up against that side tonight and being put under constant pressure, I can't remember him making really many mistakes. So I don't think he has to be too worried about being taken off after 58 minutes. I think it's a credit to him that 18 years of age, he's come out and put in a decent performance against a very, very good side.
Mountney is immediately involved, taking the throw in. Filippo Giovagnoli taking advantage of that break for a substitute to send 2 on. Of course, they can put 5 on exceptionally this season, but only in 3 interruptions, so he's got 2 on already.
You might need 6 or 7, George.
Well, the other thing is they only have 6 on the bench because there was a late withdrawal. One of their substitutes was withdrawn before the game even started, and they didn't have a player to replace him, or if they did, they chose not to. Mark Trainer, who must have picked up a knock in the warm-up. So 2 of their 6 substitutes, one of whom is a goalkeeper, are already on the pitch. Tactical switch, not really. Mountney's filling in at right back where Andrew Quinn had been. And Cholovic will see him through the middle. It's Oduwu. Patching. It's come then to Mountney. And now it's Cholovic. Back with Mountney. Now Boyle. And away to Dummigan. Boyle. Towards Cholovic. Farrugia won the ball back, but injured himself in the process, but he seems to have recovered pretty swiftly. Flores. Patching. And Mountney. Patching once more. Aaron Green got the ball. It's now Graham Burke. And the outlet is Ronan Finn. And Finn seeking McAneff, but it should be Mountney's to control. He's put pressure on Shields, who rose to the challenge. Shields stopped by Aaron Green. And Boyle. And seeking Cholovic. And that's deemed to be a foul. Joey O'Brien seeing to it that they don't pass. And Mountney. Shields. Angled towards Gatt. And Ronan Finn holding him at bay.
Small bit of a respite for Dundalk really there for 2 or 3 minutes when they got the substitutions on, and Mountney, you know, straight away is shoring up a small bit alongside Shields. But again, you can see when the ball goes back to the Dundalk back forward that the forward press from Rovers and the transition in their play to get guys forward as soon as they can. And that's why it's so difficult to play against them.
Flores in with the challenge. He stayed down. Dundalk play on. Patching. Patching on for Gatt. Gatt for Dummigan. And Cholovic. Cholovic and Oduwa. That's broken up by Gary O'Neill. Byrne away to Farrugia. And yellow cards out again. Jordan Flores had been sailing pretty close to the wind recently. Name finally goes in the book.
Yeah, I think he got to knock himself over Flores, and I think he remembered it. And then Farrugia's had a couple of goals off Salovic as well, and you know, you can see he skinned him here. Look, and there you go, you're not going further than that. And he's taking a yellow card. Cynical, really.
Rovers off again. It's Grace. found only Mountney. Kelly has kept it in play, but Scales is there. That's Joey O'Brien. And Manis send it long once more. Mountney to return it. Patching straight at Scales. O'Brien now. Scales. And Burke switching the point of the attack towards Ronan Finn. Dummigan got there first and conceded the throw.
He's done well, but I mean, again, you look at Burke, he's got into space and no one has followed him in there, George. I mean, the 3 back 4, one of them was picking up Burke, has just left him fall in, giving him bags of time, and only for an under-hit ball, Finn was in again.
It's Burke, it's Green, Aaron Green, back to Jack Byrne. And that's away for the corner, deflected away.
And again, that's led to the chance that Rovers have got. And it's scary when you look. I mean, look, they're coming in. There's actually nobody going to challenge them or anything. First block down. And he's come out and got a corner kick.
Here's Jack Byrne's corner. Joey O'Brien's gone to retrieve it, chased by Shields. Burke. Perugia. Lay off by Green. Ronan Finn rising. He's come down for Burke. And Aaron Green trying to battle away through there. Jack Byrne against Flores. Flores has won that contest. Cholovic forced to go backwards and give it away, in fact, to Ronan Finn. Finn's crossed. Nobody in the purple shirt in there. And respite for Dundalk. Mountney. And Shields. That's McCary. Patching. And O'Brien was going to take no chances against the Dua. Mountney. And Flores looking for the run of Kelly. It's Daniel Kelly. Too high for Gatt. Cleared away by Finn.
Yes, it is too high, George, but you think there's the first chance to get down the line in 15 minutes and Gatt's the only one in the box. So it just shows you that there's obviously not that determination to try and get into the box when Rovers putting the press in for a throw in the corner with 6.
Poor pass by Dummigan. It's Jack Byrne. Graham Burke. Byrne again. Oh, he's looking for Green. Just the curl on the pass, just too much to take it away.
Yeah, you could see it. He didn't even have to call for it, he didn't have to look for it, and Green is going in again, and he's just not got to the touch of it. Maybe a small bit overhit, but you can see there's Green, and again he gets a touch, and that's an easy tap in. It's just the vision, George. He's like a conductor out there, you know. He's just orchestrating everything. It's played at his pace, the way he wants it played, and it's a pleasure to see.
Sweet music indeed.
Absolutely.
It's Josh Gatt. Tracked by O'Neill. Gatt the pass away to Odua. Taking on Finn. But Lee Grace is there. And Odua try to win it back. Grace has got it away, but only as far as Patching. Gatt.
Just sheer pressure. You know, Gatt's on the ball and there's 2 Rovers fellas on him straight away, and just what I see is they just can't get their head up. I mean, the difference tonight for me is that anytime Rovers are on the ball, there's always someone available, there's someone coming deep. First time they get the ball, the head is up, they're looking for a pass. When Dundalk get the ball, Rovers just, they hound.
Mountney. Dummigan. Dundalk have reached the midpoint of the second half without conceding any more.
Substitution for Dundalk, number 27, Daniel Kelly, being replaced by number 24, Jamie Wynn.
So 19-year-old Jamie Wynn comes on for Dundalk in place of Daniel Kelly, which is their third substitution. Another striker as Filippo Giovagnoli attempts to get somewhere in terms of troubling the Shamrock Rovers defence. Look at the relentless pressure from Shamrock Rovers. Look at the converging on Chris Shields. It just really is relentless.
It's great to watch. I mean, it's a serious press. I mean, they've been opened up a small bit here now, been put press forward. See if Dundalk can capitalise on it.
Mountney. O'Neill gets it back. And it's Gary O'Neill once more. Andy Boyle. It's Mountney. Now Andy Boyle. Odua against Lee Grace. And Gatt, Josh Gatt. Come on! Oh, felt the shot was worth the attempt.
Yeah, Dua's done well. I mean, he's taken it inside here and he's put it up the gap. But I just think Gatt knows that he's going to be put under pressure. You can see he's never got the head up at all. I mean, he's obviously thinking that Benny at the top corner, but he's never looked up because he's afraid of his life that he's just going to be closed down. So it's just do it so quickly. And that's what's got into the Dundalk head, is if they don't get rid of the ball that quickly, they're going to lose it or they're going to be put under pressure. And that's credit to Shamrock Rovers.
Finn takes the throw. Finn again, forward by Flores. Odua attempting to keep it in play without success. Another throw for Ronan Finn. Flores. Odua. Just wouldn't run for them. Mountney. A long way out to be taking the shot.
That just shows you where they're at. I mean, they just sort of now come to the realisation that I don't think they can get past. I mean, what is he, 35, 40 yards? I want to be a worldly from there. And especially beat Manus from there. He's probably the best keeper in the league at the moment. So, I suppose it's speculative, isn't it, really? Says enough about the game.
Mountney with the cross. Grace with the clearance. Jack Byrne on. Graham Burke. He was looking for a foul there, which he didn't get. Jamie Wynn then, back to Cholovich, and on for Mountney. Chris Shields. Oh, Cholovich has found some space. Cholovich with the ball in the middle that wouldn't quite reach Olua, and O'Brien can get it away.
Again, a bit of possession for Dundalk. Just final ball into the box is poor. And again, on top of that, there's people not attacking the ball that's coming into the box, which is making it poor.
Cholovich. A corner to Dundalk, their first of the second half. In this, the 75th minute. Jordan Flores with the opportunity to maybe create something from this. Cholovich has gone short, but it has the makings, it looks like, of a longer corner. Flores towards Shields. Lee Grace got an important touch on it. It'll run out for a throw to Dundalk. Another substitution. And it's Dylan Watts who's going to come on for Graham Burke for Shamrock Rovers.
Number 7, Dylan Watts.
So just 15 minutes to go. Shamrock Rovers make their first substitution. $15 minutes for Dylan Watts to help confirm this victory that won't mathematically clinch the title for Shamrock Rovers, won't mean Dundalk cannot win it, but in all reality, if Shamrock Rovers stay in this position and then defeat Sligo Rovers next Friday night, they will have put themselves beyond Dundalk's reach, given the goal difference as it stands at the moment.
Well, the reality of it, George, when you look at their last 5 games, they're all against teams from 5 down, you know. So like they've got the likes of Rovers and Pats, you know, Harps. So Bows are the only team that really can challenge them now. But looking on tonight's display and looking at the way they work hard, it's very, very hard to see how they're going to lose any points from here to the end of the season with the sides that they have to play. And that's not been disrespectful to the sides that have to play, but their ethic, their work rate, the quality, the way they move the ball around, how they work for each other, demand. You know, it's a credit to the club, and it's worrying for other clubs, because you look at the Rovers of the 60s, you look at the Rovers of the 80s when they got 3 and 4 in a row, you look at the academy now that they have with former players like Desi Breaker, Gartland, you know, Shane Robinson heading it up. The future is looking very, very bright for the club.
Well, they got their first FAI Cup for a very long time. 32 years since the third of their 3 in a row in 1987. That was last season, and they haven't won the league since 2011. But an 18th title, extending their record as the most successful team in the League of Ireland, doesn't now look so far away at all.
No, but they went through an awful lot of turmoil as well to get where they got to, George, haven't they really? And you see where they've come out the other side now, and you know, you look at the management and his staff as well, and you've got to credit Stephen Bradley, the way they play football and the ethic. You know, it's a credit to them.
It's Cholovich though for Dundalk as they try to retrieve something. This is Wynn's cross, just too high again for Gatt, and it'll roll away for a throw into Shamrock Rovers. That's to take nothing from what Dundalk are achieving this season. They did make 10 changes for this match. It's not the Dundalk first team, because they'll be in action on Thursday night, and the management has felt it's best to keep the Europa League alive, and money talks, I guess.
Well, absolutely. I mean, from what we're hearing, it's a game of 300,000 or 3 million. I mean, that's what's riding on the night, and that's a huge carrot to have to look at. And yes, you can sacrifice something like this. I mean, you've got to look, there's an awful lot of Dundalk players sitting down there on the sideline, and they've 5 medals in the last 6 years, you know, and you know, they have been the best team in the league for a long time, and only Cork City in the last 6 years have stopped that. And I know it looks like Rovers are going to do it, but I think this Rovers team and what they're setting up in their academy and all that in Tala and Abbottstown is serious.
And here they are in the attack again, Ronan Finn. And Jamie Wynn gets a touch on it, but it's Farrugia to get it back. And now McAneff and Jack Byrne. And Byrne trying to thread one through there. Shields, though, to bring it away. But Finn making a nuisance of himself. But Gatt won it back. Now Wynn. And Liam Scales makes the challenge. End that attack in the form of a throw. And there's a player down at the other end. Is it Andy Boyle? Suffering some cramp? No, Andy Boyle is on his feet. It's not Andy Boyle. It's Will Patching. But he won't need attention from the side. But mentioning the big game for Dundalk on Thursday night, it's live on RTE2 against Key from the Faroe Islands, KI, if you want to give them their full handle. Sports Club of Klaksvik in the Europa League playoff, and of course then Shamrock Rovers' next league fixture at home to Sligo Rovers is live on RT2 on Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, look, the game on Thursday night is a massive game for the club. It's a massive game for League of Ireland football as well. I mean, a chance for a side to get into the Europa League, and look, the side from the Faroe Islands ain't going to be any pushover, because any team that's got this far in the competition has to be decent. And you know, credit. Game up in the Aviva, you'd love to see the crowd there packed, and you want them to win. It's great for Irish football, it's great for coefficient, it's great for the game here, it's great, and with a bit of luck they put on a performance.
Gatt denied in the end by Aaron Green.
That's your centre forward.
And now switching defence into attack on for Ronan Finn, but just a little bit too much pace of the pass, and it's a goal kick to Dundalk.
That sums up Rovers though there, George. I mean, not the final pass by Aaron Green, but the distance that he's gone back to help his defence, to get a ball and sacrifice himself.
So Captain Ronan Finn is going off. Reece Marshall coming on for him. Shamrock Rovers making 2 substitutions here with about 9 minutes to go. And the other is Sean Kavanagh, who made his return from a serious injury with an appearance off the bench and a cameo against AC Milan. Sean Kavanagh comes back to take the place of Neil Farrugia. A straight swap, that is. Farrugia has been operating in the position that Kavanagh filled until injury deprived him of the chance to play there. And Dundalk make their final substitution. Will Patchin goes off, and in his place comes Val Adekokun, a 17-year-old, to make his debut for Dundalk.
Again, it's great. It's all academy players coming through, George, and we need to see this with everything that's going on in football at present and in the future with what's happening in the UK. So it's a huge opportunity for people and clubs in Ireland to breed the young people, the young footballers coming through.
And the first touch there for Adekokun. And first touch for Kavanagh. And Shields troubled by Jack Byrne. Keeper out of his goal. Jack Byrne makes it 4.
Stop. That's just quality. That's quality. I'm sorry, that's just quality. I mean, he's out-muscled Chris Shields. He's taking it around the keeper and he's put it in for an impossible angle. I mean, you got to just watch this. I mean, unfortunately, young lads come on. Got a bit starstruck, I'd say. And then it's just a bit of a break, but there you go. I mean, he's made that his. Look, taking it outside the keeper, left leg, impossible angle. All you can say is that's just different class.
And Shields just no way to save it, but look where he is. About 6 yards from the goal line, and he manages to find the angle and find the net. Brilliant. Jack Byrne and Stephen Kenny's watching.
It's the determination, George. You know, you have to credit these people. You have to credit him for that. I mean, they're 3 up, game is over, doesn't really need to do it, but still wants that, and just creates a marvellous piece of television and football. It's just quality, top quality.
34th goal in the 13th game of this league campaign for Shamrock Rovers. It's a foul by Dylan Watts. And a night Dundalk will undoubtedly want to forget. A proud league record, 26 games since they last lost on this pitch. The team that beat them then 2 years ago was Shamrock Rovers, and they've come back to inflict similar pain tonight and more or less end Dundalk's hope of anything from this league campaign in terms of silverware. Dummigan. Manis has to go down to save. First time he's been stretched like that tonight.
His second save of the game, I'd say. The first one was Macmillan in the first half, and that's the second. You know, I mean, he's had nothing really to do, but what he's had to do, he's done it correctly, and that's the sign of a good keeper who's playing in a very, very good side, who's to keep full concentration at all times.
Off the head of Andy Boyle, and down for Shields. Gat in again. Cholovic has got it back for Dundalk. Oh, he found that space well. Cholovic and Mountney. And Mountney has been fouled. And well, here's a chance of a free kick for Dundalk.
And Cholovic has gone after as well, so obviously he's going to have a thing at this because he's had 20 yards to get the ball.
20-year-old Dean Williams coming on now for Shamrock Rovers. He scored the final goal in their 6-1 defeat at Waterford last Monday night, and he takes the place of Aaron Green. Five minutes or so for him to perform. Cholovic has placed the ball. Mountney's there too. Alan Manis has erected his wall. And it's Cholovic. McManus saw it all the way.
Made it look so easy. I mean, Cholovic was obviously looking at that top corner over the wall, but Manis was nearly there before the ball was even there.
Cholovic has won this back. Back with Mountney. Mountney trying to find a space to shoot, but back came Watts to take it off his toe. And then Wynn got involved and forced it out off Scales, and that's a corner to Dundalk. Swung in by Cholovic. Headed away by Grace. Mountney. Odua. Nobody in white there to apply the finishing touch.
Yeah, again, it's done well. It's a great ball in the box, but as you've seen, and you've said it, nobody in white to put the finishing touch down. That's where normally you have the likes of Macmillan or Hooven getting in there, and it's just, you can see there's an air around here. They know they're defeated and they're going to lose their championship, and they're probably going to lose it to one of the best sides in the league for the last couple of years.
Well, if Dundalk set the standard with 5 titles in 6 seasons, I think Shamrock Rovers are now setting the standard, and there can be no argument about that. They have been majestic tonight, killing the game with 3 goals in 8 minutes at the end of the first half, and then that masterclass of finishing from Jack Byrne to make it 4. Win. So O'Brien across to put it out of play. Jamie Wynn eventually denied by Kavanagh. And it'll be Josh Gatt to take the throw in. That was McAneff who sent it up in the air. Cleared away by Grace. Andy Boyle is the last outfield player back, but look at what's happening here. Jack Byrne chasing him down. Well, 2 minutes to go and he hairs up the pitch like that. Magnificent. Pat, it's time for your SSE Airtricity Man of the Match.
I think, George, I mean, you know, you're looking at a Rovers side tonight have been outstanding in all aspects of play, but there can only be one, and that's the man who's got the 4th goal tonight and orchestrated the game. And it's this man on the ball now. My SSE Airtricity Man of the Match is Jack Byrne. He's just put on a masterclass display, but he's been doing it for the last 2 years, and it's been brilliant tonight. It's been a pleasure to watch. Stephen Kenny's here looking at him, hopefully, and he's got a 4th goal there to round it off. That is just top drawer, so congratulations, Jack Byrne.
Meanwhile, Adua shoots, but straight at Alan Manis. SSE Airtricity Man of the Match, Shamrock Rovers, Jack Byrne. Two goals for him on the night, which means that he is now Shamrock Rovers' top scorer for the season on 7 goals. And he joins Pat Hooban of Dundalk as the SSE Airtricity League's top scorer this season. And he's not a striker.
Yeah, but you can see where he gets to the George. He gets into areas he's not picked up, and the reason he's not picked up, he's just so clever and so cute, and he's technically brilliant. And when you have a man like that, you can call it at any given stage. And as we've seen, look, the 4th goal sums it up. It was just incredible. Just the passion to get to it, the dedication to get to it, and the calmness to finish it. I mean, that's just clinical, and just shows how good how good he actually is.
Very much the star man for Shamrock Rovers, and as you're saying, the international manager is here to see that classy display. This is Reece Marshall, and he's won a corner.
But I will reiterate again, George, like I'm looking at a Rover side tonight that that work so hard, and you know, we pinpointed a few things during the game, the closing down, Jack Byrne in the 88th minute, the 6 people chasing a corner, a throw in for Dundalk and the corner flag, and they 3 up. It just shows the intensity that the manager's got him at, and they're going to be a very difficult side to beat in the coming years.
Byrne then with the corner. Not the most convincing of defending, but they got away with it. Mountney then off to win, and Watts is there, but it's the youngster, the 17-year-old Adedokum, back with Cameron Dummigan, and now Chris Shields as we approach the midpoint in the additional 4 minutes that referee Rob Harvey's adding on. Cholovic taken away there from Williams, and then involving Shields, Chris Shields. This has come out to Odua. Odua taking on McAneff, and a shot that fizzes across the face of the goal and behind for a goal kick.
He's tried, and he's been very effective at certain times tonight. And again, here he drives in, and going forward, he's got all the tricks of the trade, and he does work very hard. I just think tonight in the first half defensively, I think he could have helped out his left full back an awful lot more for the first 25 minutes when he was under pressure. But outside of that, I think he's probably been one of Dundalk's most exciting players tonight, and something that they can work on, and something that will give them something in the future. But overall, he's just been on a side that's been outclassed tonight.
O'Brien back with Scales. Kavanagh. Won by Dummigan, but it means a throw to Shamrock Rovers. Jack Byrne again. Dundalk can take credit for the fact that they've held it to 1 in this second half. Chris Shields heading forward, getting the free kick. And the last attack could well be Dundalk's, Josh Gatt. It's a poor pass by the American, and the attack ends in frustration. Sean Kavanagh going to take the throw in. And that's the last action of the game. 3 more points for Shamrock Rovers as Dundalk slip now 18 points behind the team who look certain now to take their title on a night when Dundalk's team selection seemed to acknowledge the inevitable.
Absolutely, but look, they've got a massive game on Thursday night, and you know they've got to really look at that. And tonight is all about Shamrock Rovers. All I'll say, George, it's been a pleasure to watch. They're a credit to the club, the way they work, the ethic. Deserve 4-0. Jack Byrne, special talent. Great to see it.
A performance bookended by goals by the man of the match, Jack Byrne, opening the scoring of the